Okay, so continuing on in section 10.2, we are working with square roots. There are a few problems today that you're going to work out, and I just picked a couple of even problems to kind of show you how to do these. Sometimes you are multiplying square roots. To multiply square roots, it's very simple. You just multiply the numbers underneath, just like you would think. 10 times 14 is 140. This is number 4. Again, let me see what page. We're in section 10.2. It's on page 615. Okay, so you get square root of 140, and then you're just going to break that down like I did above. Now, there are several things that multiply to be 140, but I picked square root of 4 times square root of 35, and the reason I picked those two factors is because 4, you can take the square root of. It's a perfect square, so that's why I picked that. So I broke down the square root of 140 into the square root of 4 times the square root of 35. The square root of 4 is 2, so that would be 2 square root of 35, and that's the answer to that problem. Okay, I picked number 6. Number 6 actually has numbers on the inside of the roots and on the outside. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to multiply the outside numbers. 3 times 4 is 12. 10 times 10 is the square root of 100. All right, well, the square root of 100 is just regular 10. So if you can take the square root of it, you take the root off. And then, of course, 12 times 10 is 120. And that's the answer for that problem. I picked another one, and this one's not in your book, but I picked it because there's a homework problem that's going to be like this one, okay? So what if you have numbers on the outside and numbers on the inside, but it doesn't work out like number 6 did? You know, this one, if you do 2 times 4, you get 8. 8 times 6, you get 48. Okay, so if you multiply that together, you have 8 square root of 48. Well, the square root of 48, you know, that doesn't break down like 100 did on the previous problem. So we've got a little bit different. You know, this is a little different. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull down my 8. I'm going to break up the square root of 48 into the square root of 16 times the square root of 3. Again, there's, you know, that's not the only factors of 48. I could have done 6 times 8. But, you know, neither one of those are perfect squares. I purposely chose 16 times 3 because 16 is a perfect square. Okay, so then you would bring down your 8. The square root of 16 is 4. You cannot do anything to the square root of 3, so just bring that down. So then you have 8 times 4 times square root of 3. So that's 32 square root of 3. And that's your answer there. And there are some other types of problems in this section with variables and everything, but we're not going to work those this time. We're just going to keep this real basic. You will get that eventually in Algebra 2, but I just wanted to keep it pretty simple since we're trying to do this at home by ourselves. So anyway, hope that helps you for section 2.